My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. I do apologize for the absence of the videos for the Darkest Dungeon over the past couple of days, but my recording software decided not to record, which is the one thing I needed to do. It's in the name. Alright, let's go back up. I think I was going on the left prong as we move up here. I am running out of something. Can't remember. Shovels. Good old shovey shoves. As I call them. Yeah, no, I forgot that there were actually walls in here, which isn't a good thing to forget. As far as things to forget, it's certainly one of them. Okay, that's not gonna help me. I'm probably gonna be kicked out of here before I actually get to use all the rest of my torches. But... okay, cool. We'll burn it. See if I get a ridiculous trinket. I don't. I can't afford to take money home. Sorry, I just love that as a sentence. Oxymoronical. Well, not really oxymoronical, is internally contradictive. Anyhow. I love the dungeon so far. It's just I can't do fuck all about anything here. Oh, it makes me sad. It's sad, sad. I also, like, if I really want to take this party out and then just bring them back again, I can do that, except for the fact that they might get diseased on retreat. They might get a horrible negative quirk that they need to remove on retreat, or they will be ridiculously stressed and I'll have to do an interim mission. I'm not such a big fan of treading water. I came to the courtyard. There's a saying in the Australian lexicon, and it means I am not messing around. Wait, specifically, like, I'm not wasting your time, or I'm not wasting my time. And I love it. I'm not here to fuck spiders, mate. I love it. It's so good. I'm not here to fuck spiders. The beautiful thing is there is a lot of Australian slang that you constantly hear about, but doesn't actually really get used that often.
Precision and power.
For example, chuck another one on the bar. That's more of a catchphrase than like an idiom. But there's a lot of things in the Australian lexicon that are really interesting to think about people using, but no one actually uses. I'm not here to fuck spiders, mate. I hear often. I love it. It's fucking juicy, dude. I love it. It's really... it just hits the ear in a very pleasing way. Double crit on my first round? Nope, not in return, though. She needs the health. We're just trying to get the Chevalier out first because he is the biggest threat on the field. Unfortunate not to finish that one there.
Confluence of skill and purpose.
Oh, you what? You what, son? I didn't even know he had it in him. Nice heal. It's not even going to bleed it out over the course of that bleed. Thanks, looks like I'm wasting another attack. Oh, you may have done 0 damage. It wouldn't have mattered either way. Resist the debuff, but I did pick up the mark. Do I want to lunge forward? I could lunge forward and start dodge tanking. Yeah, right.
Eradicated.
Woohoo! Baby. Alright, we gotta get some stress reduction. Good. I mean, if we get enough stress... okay, this is pie in the sky kind of idea. But if we get enough stress reduction, we might be able to just stress reduce our way out of any negative consequences for continuing the dungeon. Specifically, like, if I knock a door down, I might just be fine. I think this guy doesn't hit the back line. I think it's Weaken Prey to the front 2 and then Tentacle Devour to the front 3. I could easily be wrong, and I almost certainly am. But if I'm right, then this is actually an excellent stall fight.
Mortality
Come on.
in a single
That's
strike.
not fair, because she's dodging. That's not fair because I say it isn't. If she gets hit and crit again, ooh, if anyone gets crit, in fact, she's probably not going to feel the best of it. All right. Good dodge. Especially if the mark is on a target that's really, really good at dodging. I feel like we're probably in the clear, but we may not be. She's got 90 dodge on top of her base. At this point, I'd probably just target those heals on the lovely lady. I'm gonna stun you and try and take away one of your turns where I'm marked and you can actually hit me. Beautiful. Again, a beast of size... Beast, I mean, Annie minion of... Ah, there we go. We target our heals on her for the possible stress heal. Annie minion of size 2. You're fine to do this kind of a thing against. That yellows because even the crit on that would do super low damage. I imagine a stalling thing could also be made out of an accuracy debuff, like Flashbang. But Flashbang's accuracy debuff isn't really that big. I don't know. I'd have to sit down and really run the numbers on that kind of a thing before I could think about whether or not it's actually beneficial. Angle about. Misses. I do have to admit, it is a little frustrating, even to me, that I have to stall fights like this. But at the same time, this whole party was picked for their ability to do this. We have a dodge tank, we have a dodge tank guarder, we have a prot tank guarder, we have a healer, and if we're using the dodge tank and the prot tank guarder, then we can also work in stress heals edgeways. Like, it was quite deliberate. I'd be actively gimping myself to run this party and not do this kind of thing, because this is what they do. It's like, I played Dark Souls 3, right? And I tried to do a lot of the bosses melee, but I was playing a Pyromancer class. So I had really powerful fucking Pyromancies. But I kept trying to do everything entirely melee. And then, as soon as I got to bosses and I started using my Pyromancy, things got a lot easier on me. And I remember I was included in a compilation video over on SNIATCH, I believe is the name of the channel. Does Dark Souls reaction videos using compilations from other people's Let's Plays. It's really interesting. You should check it out. Anyhow, I got included in one of those, and in a bunch of different ones that I was included in, the accusation of being just like, oh, cheaping out using spells. And I'm like, dude, my whole build was spells. Like, all I had was pyromancies. How can you begrudge me for using the pyromancies I had? That's basically this build. This is a long roundabout way to say this build is specialized for a certain thing, so not to do that thing would be detrimental. Man. This isn't sustainable in the way that I'm... Wow, he missed that? That's like a 15? 15? No, right, because the Dazzling Mirror is 30% against Bloodsuckers. So my stun skill for him is actually quite low. I was wondering whether or not after my first 40% stun, or rather first stun, and then he gets the 40% resistance against stun, whether or not I should then try to stun again. No, as it turns out, that would not work. That said, get a bit of the what for... What? Buddy. Alright. I think I'm pretty close to just wanting out here. Alright. I will use the stress heal anytime I get an option to, but... there's only so much a man can take. It gave stress to everyone except for the most stressed target, so that honestly is perfect. That is the best resolution for which we could have hoped. Hey! Now, if only the other one would do that. Nice, no crit, nerd. All right, hit him with the 7. Really wanted that to get a kill. Oh well. There we go.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Oh, of course it links over there. Now, this is where we found one of our keys, so the symmetrical rule applies at almost no point in Darkest Dungeon. So I don't know why I look for that symmetrical nature in things that do not seem to hold them in value. I guess it's just human nature. You look for symmetricity? There's a word I'm looking for that I am woefully unable to find. Also, I should have shuffled my party back. I haven't played this game in a week because I tried to record it and it didn't work. And then I tried to record it and it didn't work. And I tried to record it and it didn't work. And then I completely removed every bit of this operating system from my computer and reinstalled it. And then it was like, I'm gonna work a little bit. Turned out to be enough.
Give them no quarter.
I still have no clue what was wrong. I tried turning it off and on again, and then I did that a couple more times, and then a couple dozen more times as well, for both my computer as well as the program. It turns out the turn it off and on again that I had to do was uninstall it and reinstall it, and even then, a couple times. I really wish I had like debuff skill chance up. I know that the Man-at-Arms has a trinket set, one of which does give him stun skill and debuff skill. I want that. I want it. I want to have it, and I want it to be mine. But instead, I'm stuck here with the stun ring. Sorry, the stun amulet. Yuck.
Continue the onslaught.
Yeah.
Destroy them all.
Destroy them all. Hey, this is the debuff one.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Okay. Hold some kind of loot. 9 dunker. Well, boy howdy. You know, I just don't think this is gonna go well for us. You know what? Let's stun the manservant before he darts or anything particularly silly like that. Okay, back to passive. Get that stun. Nicely. Stun. Alright. Manservant out before he gets row. Perfect. This guy's not a bloodsucker, so he's going to be harder to stun for my frontliner. So pretty much only the occultist has even a lick of a chance here. Unfortunately, dude, what are you? 150, 190, 55% chance to stun. Yeah. We can do it. Got it. That's huge. Oh, that is huge that worked. All right, I'm going to slow you down. Good crit. Tiny bit of stress healing, but good crit regardless. Good crit! Tiny bit of stress healing, but good crit regardless. Yeah, no, if we go max damage, we might actually take you out. Yeah, bleed? Oh, beautiful. He's dead. Alright, I'm going to yell at him to see if I can get a crit, because I can crit fish off of the corpse with that. Only that AoE, basically, will allow you to crit fish off of the corpse. I should have taken that. Didn't know I had space in my inventory for it. And of course, I didn't know because I didn't check. But it's important how I didn't know. I feel like one of these prongs will just turn out to be a locked door with a yellow lock on said door. Not aside from it. It's just going to be a real bummer when I come up against a wall through which I cannot pass. Well, not without incurring a ridiculous penalty. Eee. 8 to 17 rolls the 17. I am appreciative of that. It's no crit, but it is some... Ooh, speaking of crits... Ooh!
Executed.
Speaking of crits! Damn! If that had crit, we might have actually taken out the Chevalier with no further action. As it stands, we do need one more shot against. Yeah, you're the best person to provide that, because this person's protected, this person is obviously already guarded by the person who is protected, and you can't hit the sycophant in the front line with your dagger. So the best damage output for the her there was the Chevalier. Okay, backline's down. Yeah, I was a little dubious about whether or not I was going to have the chance to stun the sycophant in the front lines before it got a turn. As it turns out, strictly no. Mm. 8 to 17 rolls the 8. Oh no. You're not allowed to heal. That's my thing. Sycophant's taking a bunch of damage. Unfortunately, Ghislaine does need to heal. Good. A little bit of stress healing. Nope. Okay, we can juggle you for a turn. You won't be alone until turn 5. That is to say, your first turn alone won't occur until turn 5. Yeah, we've got to get these bad healing rolls out of the way. Oh, I didn't want to... Bugger.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okay, that didn't work out. Absolutely nothing along that path for which we were looking. Do I have place for Onyx in my inventory now, though, so... Maybe I have place to put something else instead. We'll see. You know what I imagine it is now is that this red key is found on the top side past the yellow key door. So the whole point is you have to go south to get the yellow key and then go north to get the red key past the yellow key door and then go south to get past the red door. Thing is, how do I know the path I've already gone on is wrong? I shouldn't just needlessly do a path. I may as well retrace my current footsteps. You know what? Have a blood. Fleet Florin. I've been complaining about not having the Fleet Florin for ages. It's so good on the Antiquarian. So the Fleet Florin, plus 30% skill to her debuff skill. Whatever. Plus 4 speed. Plus 4 speed is huge because she needs to get herself guarded by the highwaymen in the way, particularly that I use her. Ugh. Fights health.
Possessed by evil intent.
Well, honestly, as long as it's not stress. I actually do like the lucky die. Occasionally. Well, I mean, I guess I like it before I end up getting the melee, the Ancestors batting pin. Wowzers, that's not good. Okay, that's a lot better. Ooh, good. Not good to stress her out. In particular, if you had the choice of any target, I'd have told you, hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. A bewitching predator. Worked out. Yeah, these guys just get to get the dealings dealt to them. No, our health is in such a poor position that we actually will use this as a recovery fight. Yeah, we probably do need to use this as a recovery fight. Now that's not difficult to do with the double supplicant. Beautiful, 3 off, okay. I'll protect you, and then we can start do our stress, start doing our stress healing. I wonder how easy these dungeons would be if you virtue scummed them. Now, I believe I've made, over the course of this series, the idea of virtue scumming familiar before, but the TLDR of it is constantly hand off virtue chance increasing trinkets from character to character, then purposefully stress certain characters so that they become virtuous, exit a fight, pass it off to another person. Rinse and repeat until the whole party is virtuous. Sure, at the very end you have 2 dead trinkets that aren't being used on anyone, or rather have no effect on anyone. But you also have everyone in your party just randomly buffing everyone for damage or stress healing themselves. They also can't be killed by a heart attack because they can't go above 100 stress. So you only have to manage your health. And hey, one of the states will actually just randomly heal party members for you. It's really good. It's really, well, I mean, I guess depending on what you get, it can be really good or it can be okay. I just feel like if I do have to leave here and come back with a new party, I'm kind of liable to do that.
The ground quakes.
Cause I do like me a min-max from time to time. Not always. I'm not always the power gamer, the munchkin, etc., etc. In fact, some people would contend, never. Those people would mostly be right. But occasionally, very occasionally, I'll try and get into those speedrun strats, those ideal strats. And, I mean, it is straight up a speedrun strat to virtue scum for the Darkest Dungeon, so you can do it before your time, basically. It is real handy. Alright. This is working perfectly. I'm kind of annoyed. She has the Prophet's Eye. She's not supposed to be taking that much damage. And yeah. Alright, shield him up. I mean, think about it like this. She's ended up on 98 stress before. If I had not been managing her stress from fight to fight on occasion, and also if she did not have the Prophet's Eye, she'd already be stressed out. Do I name them the gender of the character? Or do I name them the gender of the class or the gender of the character for the name that is ascribed to them? I'm not certain. I am not yet certain. Drink up, Leoloth. Yeah, we can just heal the back line. Just hit those 7s. Nice. Yell at him. If you could hit your crits on the lady what needs them. Again, unnecessarily gendering. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna start working on him. But anytime I get the stress heal opportunity, I'll just take it instead. What Leoloth really needs to do is get Craving and have the occasional ticks of 15 self-stress heal. That would be really handy.
A decisive pummeling.
Okay, unfortunate. What was this? But they're girls. But they're girls. Alright. You pop a little bit of that, bud. Well done. You know what? We'll also open this because there's no way that I get to go through this dungeon for much longer. Just courtesy of the fact that I didn't bring shovels. Rhapsody. Dumb. That's just I was trying to think of a tagline, but you know what? Simplicity does the job. Rhapsody. Yep. He fucked that up. Yeah, it's the trap what gives you a...
His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
That's actually really handy. Moves me to where I need to be. That positioning is kind of annoying because it means I won't be able to get a stun out using the occultist, but I'm not actually going to argue because it could be so much worse. Oh, that's not what you're supposed. You're supposed to stress down, not stress up. Down.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Speaking of stressing down, we can't actually use our stress healing ability on our Houndmaster at that point, so...
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall. I can't really continue giving away as much as I have. But this one's a really cool one. Never mind. I hate everything I did. From now until forever. No! Drink the blood! Drink the blood! I'm probably gonna be the only person that acts ahead of the manservant. Come on. Oh. Load his dodge, okay. You know what? You acted fast enough to stun that sycophant. And that I appreciate. Give him a bit of redigestion. I mean, I can siphon this down to a fight. Let's do it. Let's do it. Self-stress heal too. Man, oh man. Could this get better? Yes. I'm gonna answer how. Oh, you're still starving. How about that? Well, I got the anti-venom for something. May as well be using it. Oh yeah, I was supposed to guard. Funny that. Alright. Perfect. Just gonna have her occasionally throw the dagger. Just for the sake of the fact that
but never hidden.
Might crit. Even if it doesn't crit, it might kill. Yeah, please don't do that. Because now we've got more stress to heal across the party. Oh, that, well, good worked. That worked good. That worked well. Good. Uh-huh. There we go. That was the sentence I was trying to formulate. Oh, it's old two-take Rhapsody. If you saw the amounts of different times I try to record channel update videos, because I try and do those in one shot, because I just like one take. I think one take's just a lot cleaner. So I'll sit there and I'll go through a 15-minute kind of list of things that I need to talk about. And if I flub one line, I'll just start it again. So there's like 15-minute file, 10-minute file, 5-minute file, 7.5-minute file, 15-minute file, 10-minute, and it just goes like that until there's one that's just a flawless take. I wonder if that actually turns out to be better time effective wise than actually sitting down and just editing together a bunch of jump cuts. It might do, actually. May well do. Oh, come on. Eloff's supposed to be the dodgiest. Alright, we've actually managed our stress down to a pretty reasonable level now. I feel pretty good about it. Beautiful. First thing next round. Leeloff takes him out. 3 stress heal. And come on. I'm a big baby and I can't deal when things don't go my way. Yeah, that's my impersonation of me. Well done. All right, let's sort it.
Horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay. Probably on this hook if I had to guess. But just nail me to a wall and punch me in the gut 1 billion years in a row if this isn't, yeah. If this is a line that ultimately ends up leading me to, wait a second. I've got to make a decision here. Go for it. That ultimately ends up leading me to a wall that I can't pass through. Just end me. Okay. We're probably going to have someone fast enough next round to take out the Sycophant before it gets an action. I really hope so. We've got 2 characters that would be able to take it out in a single shot. That's one of them. Well done. Congrats, you're well done. I'm going to use the stress heal here because there's no need to go all in on these. Any of my characters that could do something more with their turn should just do whatever the thing they could do more with their turn Oh, they call me Old Eloquent Jim. Yeah. Beauty. That's... that's one more turn of bullshit that I need to put up with. Or with which I need to put up. Alright. Nope. Nah. Supposed to be no more bullshit. Then... Come on! I just dealt with Leolof's stress. What the fuck?
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
That is the lamest shit this side of 2016. I'll tell you what. Actually, you know what? I immediately walk back that statement. It's not even in the top 5 billion. Yikes. Alright. I guess. Fuck me, I guess. Alright. Someone needs to hit that stun, though. Munch me. Almost bleed. You're not even a bleeding class. I don't know why you bleed people with that attack. When people think that you're a class that has bleeds, they're wrong. Yes, you have a bleeding skill, but you're no more a bleeder than Leolof is a blighter. And if your next argument is Leolof is a blighter, also strong no. You know, if the Houndmaster had 3 per tick on the bleed, then you know what? Maybe I'd agree. That's a bleed. But no, I only ever look for the initial damage. Ooh. Good. Good. Strong. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try lunge it next turn. What do you dodge? Speed 3? You know what? This is a last person out, close the door situation. You really, really needed to not do that. I wanted the stress heal.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
You know, if it turns out to be a prong off of this room, I'm going to be mad. Also, as a sidebar, if it yikes. If it turns out that this has been a yellow door the whole time, I'm gonna be really mad. Ugh. I'm also going to try and keep these episodes a little stricter to the guidelines in terms of the guidelines I set up for me in terms of their length. So I'll try and hit for 45 rather than overshooting and going for an hour and a half, because that's not good for anyone. You can record 2 45-minute episodes or 1 1.5 hour episode. So it just doubles the amount of time I have to spend to record a series. And it makes it far less likely that series comes out daily, as is planned. Good on. Good heal. If my voice doesn't break halfway through, if there's not a glottal stop halfway through the thing I'm trying to say, I'm not enthusiastic enough about that thing. Go back, rewrite it, move back, rewind it back, little, who? Ludicrous got the beats to make your booty go clap. I think it's that. Yikes, we gotta let that guy get a turn. Is it Little John? Wherever it is, they're not relevant anymore. Anyway, I was saying something, I forgot it. I was saying something, and then I forgot it. The Ryan Pearson story. I was saying something that I forgot. That's such a good encapsulation of my life. The amount of times I've rushed to get a punchline to a joke out and then just forgotten it halfway through the thing I was saying could be counted on every hand of every human alive and or dead. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Good work, Major General. We're gonna get one more heal out. Yeah, hit Lil off. Beautiful. I don't think they're on low enough health to have the last person out close the door. Now they are. Last person out, close the door. Easily done.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Thank you for not being a wall. Thank you for being a shrew. Oh, no. Don't do this to me. I've been a reasonably fine, passable human. Don't do this to me. Am I gonna literally explore every nook and or cranny and cranny, rather, and or crevasse? Get all up in those niche hidey holes. Looks like it. I have wasted so much of my own time if it turns out to prong off of this. If it turns out to be the key that was necessary in that specific area. I'm not a fan of wasting my own time. Now, wasting other people's time. Actually, it's one of my favorite pastimes. Why do you think I started my channel? Not actually that bad, especially considering they're surprised. Although, we probably still would have had our whole team go before any of them. Lead. Good. I was actually kind of relying on him being able to take it, him being Lulia, being able to take out the courtesan there.
This is how
Was it courtesan?
Taken.
I thought the name was courtesan. Good crit. Solid damage coming out of that guy. I love it.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Getting a lot of blood in return here as well. It's kind of handy. Thank you for not being a wall and making me walk the entire way back around. As it turns out, the key that I have is apparently definitely the key for this door. Now, if we get to this door and it's super obvious that it is a yellow key, then you know what? Mea culpa. My fault, my bad, entirely on me. It's definitely yellow. Fuck. Shit, fuck. Well, I balls that one royally. But now we can be certain there's nothing in any rooms behind us. That's all. I was just being thorough. Thoroughly dumb. What up, Crocodilo Man? Is it gonna be Crocodilo Man? No, but it's not a friendly sight for sore eyes regardless. We do need to get the courtesan first, because if we don't get the courtesan, she will ruin our day. Good miss. You stun that one. I'll stun the Chevalier. Got him! Alright, unfortunately, since we didn't focus both of our DPS attacks on the Chevalier in the first round, I was about to say, it's gonna take double crits from our DPS to actually take it down before it gets any actions. That no longer looks like it's possible. What are we, 140, 170? You know what? I still have to try. Okay. We might actually be able to take out the Chevalier before it gets an action here. Okay, now it's seeming a lot more likely. Especially if this manservant doesn't go early and then guard it. If it does, then rough luck me. Good dodge. Good kill. Yes, that's going to be my commentary. Good thing that just occurred. Good re-stun on the stunned already target. Good self-heal. It's already frustrating me. I'm not going to continue. Good self-heal, by the way. Let's kill you.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I love that it's a shifting mist obstacle. I can open those. I got the torches. Okay. I love that I have the guaranteed safety of this. At the very least, let's think about this for a second. I have a Fleet Florin and a Focus Ring. So, yeah. Uh-oh. We've got trouble, boss. A raid is about to break down. Alright. Same fight over again. Unfortunately, we don't have our...
Quickly the tide turns.
Look how quickly that tide turns. Yeah, there's no kidding on that front. Yikes. Yeah, we don't really get much choice here. Take out the courtesan. Yeah. Alright. Oh no, that's not good. Not good, not good, not good. Okay, thankfully the courtesan did only do the thirst there. One more attack from pretty much any of my characters should be fine for that. Yikes. Having our healer stunned and on low health, it's one of the trickiest situations to navigate. Oh no, she went early. That's really early in turn order, and she's back on almost full health. I have an 11 speed. She's 7, and she went faster than me. Oh boy. That just became a lot more complicated. I now have to guard him because he will die. Oh, that's not if I don't guard him. That's he will die. I'm just giving you a prognostication of the future. Do with it what you will. $12. Really bad roll. Well done. Okay, we didn't hit death's door. And that's always nice. Unfortunately, the Chevalier has also gotten just unimpeded 5 turns up so far. There's only been 4 turns so far, but it's rough regardless. That's a lot of health lost on a lot of bodies. We also can't dick around with the Chevalier for ages, so it's just my healer is going to be healing. I guess my stress healer is going to be stress healing. Everyone else has to hit it.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Oh no. Oh no. 4 damage. 4 damage. No. Don't do me dirty like this. Good stress heal. Good heal. See? Voice broken. If you've no clue what I meant when I said glottal stop earlier, so a glottal stop is, it's when you catch the air for just a moment. So, for example, something like, uh-oh, that, the end of, is a glottal stop.
Mount, so too will resistance.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Rhapsody, that's so interesting. It's just really interesting. Why don't you tell us more about phonics and vocals? Well, I'll have to say that for another time because the moment is the end of the episode. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, Genevieve, and hopefully we'll see you next time.